Hello everyone, this is another episode. I want to share with you a book. The book's name is Want Courage, Go After What You Want and Get It. The author is Jenny Wood. She is a director at Google. She works over 10 years. This book introduces three major advice in career. First one is bossy, second one is be brutal, the third is be obsessed. And there are four tools that she introduced of how to be healthily obsessed towards what you're doing right now. I found this book really interesting and echoing a lot, like based on my work and day-to-day life. So I can just use the advice very pragmatically applied to my work. So let's get started. So firstly is bossy. What is bossy? So she says, bossy is the courage to listen and lead. So it's better to steer others to success, cultivate allies, partners, and collaborators, help them aggressively, push them thoughtfully when they're gratitude. Is to achieve amazing things together. So to be bossy, Jenny introduced us one of her story. When she get into a new team, all of the team members are fairly new, she doesn't know them quite well, and she get into a meeting with them, talk about how to set up the OKR strategy, but nobody really listened to her. So after she realized that people give her feedback that all of them combined have 35 years of experience and they feel like they're not being heard very well. So what she realized from that is people need to weigh in to buy in. It's like the IKEA Effect that she's mentioning. And people value things more when they are part of that to create them. So that's the first thing, the good way to be bossy. The second part is be brutal. It's the courage to protect your time, energy, and priorities. In this part, she shared her story with her daughter and herself. So she was on a trip to New York and for work, and she also brought her daughter, and because her family is in New York, so she dropped off her daughter with her family. And then one day there's a accident that happened while she's working. So her daughter ends up like pulling a lot of her hair from her head, so the hair fall off, like almost half bald. And then during that day, but she still got a lot of work to do. She didn't realize is that serious when based on the text. So her family didn't share with her just in case she's too worried about her child when she goes to the doctor. So ends up she didn't cancel the meetings with her team, and still the daughter went to the doctor with her extended family. But apparently her daughter really needs her time. After 3 days, she got home because she lived very far away, like where the office is in New York downtown, and her family is in New York, maybe Long Island or somewhere. That still like take a few hours to travel. So she didn't see her daughter for about 3 days, and after she come home, she realized her daughter is half bald, like all of the hairs here are pulled off. So from that, she realized she should really take priority of her daughter that day, like cancel the meeting, even though she was super busy, like back-to-back meetings the entire day on a business trip. But she realized she got to focus on what is the priority, like family comes first in some circumstances, right? So what she said is she regretted to not be there for her daughter, and she said all I had to do was be brutal about my calendar. And also, luckily, her daughter took about 2 years to grow her hair back. So that's the second story she shared. And also in this part, she mentioned the power of saying no to people. People pleasing pleases no one and keeps you small. Brutality is cleaner, healthier, and more effective. Okay, moving on to the third part, obsessed. The courage to set your own standard. It is to tap into your peak performance, communicate with conviction, and deliver your best work to achieve ambitions. In here, Jenny gave us 4 tools of healthy obsession. First is Monday Manifesto, and the second is Pull It and Bullet, and the third is Tame the Octopus, and the fourth is Woo with You. So let's go with the first one first. So on the Monday manifesto, she gave us 2 examples in a way of doing a report, such as writing email here, to show and outline the 2 major accomplishments from last week, as well as 2 major priorities for this week. By writing this email, it's very easy for people to share around as well, because they can easily see in the past, in this email, what is being outlined as a manager, or maybe as an IC, what have you done, what is your priority, and people can share this around, maybe to your skip manager, that what is echoing from you, what is her priorities, and also share between teammates to share the positive attitude in some sense. Remember to put the numbers here very clearly and simply, so it gives people very strong evidence of what you're doing or what you're planning to do in this week. It can be fairly small things as well, such as I just cooked ube yesterday, or I finished my expectations in just 1 hour. The second thing is bullet and bullet. She gave us 2 different separate examples. Make sure that you outline your stories or what you're doing, what are you trying to convey in an email very clearly. So it's just easier to see based on the email what you're trying to say. The third is tame the octopus. For example, people ask you, what are your team's biggest challenge in Q1? It's better to take a pause before you answer the really challenging or vague question than just to be really not on the point and bouncing around of what you're trying to say. It actually make people who listen to you feel like you honor the question more than just giving a really random answer. So what she said is, let me take a moment to think about that. My team's biggest challenges are priorities, tools, and global alignment. Priorities, because we are a new team, it's very hard to separate between the important and unimportant. Tools, because we're doing something internally and something externally, and we should really probably thinking about button that up. And global alignment, because we work across 3 different regions, Europe, America, and Asia, and we want to work in concert with each other, not against each other. So to summarize, my biggest challenges are priorities, tools, and global alignments. I think in our day-to-day work, there are a lot of times that we communicate with people. To be really concise and organized in what we say can convey the messages in a much cleaner way and also buy in a lot of trust with people. The fourth is who with you. Is to build relationship with empathy and also to find mutual benefits. So think about to shift the words between I am doing something or how I feel to how you feel, or how are you doing, or how from your perspective, what is your vision? So she gave us 2 comparative examples. Hi Adam, I love the gift box you sent. So everything in this message is starting with I. However, a better way to do that is to say like, hi Adam, you went above and beyond with this gift box. Your team was such a great group, and they are clearly passionate about product knowledge. You also made it seamless to partner, given your speed and enthusiasm. Your team might love my new product training. If that would add value to you, let me know. Annabelle. So by saying the same thing, it could be a totally different meaning to a lot of people, and it could be conveying a totally different message. So hopefully those are really helpful tips for you, and hopefully this book is a good read. Bye, see you next time.